Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Jeremy Sutton, host of the Servant PT podcast, owner of Servant PT. Help women 50 and over live a life full of health, family, and fun. Today, we are talking about being the thunder. So, I just recently heard this song about thunder, and I don't usually listen to a lot of music on the radio. I usually listen to Pandora or Amazon or whatever, so it's usually like a Christian station, Carrie Job, sometimes Lecrae, whatever. But I was in the subway yesterday and heard this song, and it was really catchy, and I was like, I want to see what that is. So I've listened to it like 2 or 3 times last night, and I really like it. It really speaks to me. And my wife said it speaks to me because the guy says he was a young gun with a short fuse, and I definitely used to be young with a short fuse. I'm not that way anymore, but talks about living outside of the box, being thunder. And I'm sure there's, a message in there somewhere, but I'm just going to tell you the message it gave me is, not to settle, to not sit down. It says don't sit down in the foyer, don't, take a number, things like that. Like, we need to be the catalyst that gets things done in our own lives and in others' lives. And if we know our purpose, we can do that. And so just talking about that a little bit this morning, what are you excited about? What makes you thunder, lightning, and come alive? And for me, that's physical therapy. It's serving. It's talking about physical therapy and serving. It's serving God. It's talking about God. Things like that. Like, that's what makes me come alive. That's what makes me who I am. And we had a new hire yesterday. We had Miss Renee start working with us at the clinic yesterday, and it was just so amazing to see her attitude towards everybody, and just how happy she is and how happy people were to be around her. And I've just been very blessed with people that have come into the clinic and worked with us. But, it's funny because there was just like so much energy yesterday and just such an exciting time. And I was explaining to her, like, there's nowhere else on the planet that I feel more alive than in my physical therapy business and in the clinic around my patients. Other than with my family, that's a given, I hope. Everybody knows I love my kids, I love my wife, I love my family, and I want to spend time with them as much as possible, and I do. But like as a vocation, as a calling, my passion is physical therapy, and so that's where I feel the most alive. And it was just evident yesterday. Like, I was almost like an adrenaline rush for like the first 3 hours of yesterday morning, if you can believe it, at work. But that's where I feel like thunder and lightning and just amazing things happening is in physical therapy and serving people that way. And so we have to find what makes us come alive in that way, and we have to hopefully chase that, and hopefully it lines up with what God wants for our lives, our purpose, and I believe it does, and definitely does in my life, I believe. So don't just stand there. Don't just wait on somebody else to take the reins on something and get it accomplished. Pastor Brad at our church preached on, standing in line waiting to be picked as a kid. And it got me really thinking, like, that's really what I thought about, making the title for the first book I ever write was, about standing in line waiting to be picked. We can't stand there, wait to be picked sometimes. You have to go to the front of the line and say, hey, I'm here. I'm ready. Put me in the game. Let's do this. Let's get this done. If we want to go back to a Bible story, read the book of Nehemiah if you want, like an encouraging story. Nehemiah basically built the wall around the city, and just had really no experience, and he was the catalyst. He was the thunder in that project, and he motivated other men to get out and to build the wall around the city. He kept everything together. He took it on upon himself. Like, he didn't have to do that. He volunteered to do it. And we need more people that take things on themselves, that volunteer to help others, that volunteer to accomplish big goals in this world. There's plenty of people right now trying to take away from our world, our country, wherever, whatever it is, whether it's politics or it doesn't matter. There's so many people that want to tear down what we have in this life, and we need more people that build it up and build others up. So be that thunder today that gets things done, and just go out and live your purpose and serve others, and just have an awesome day. And it's beautiful and hot here in Louisiana, so I'm going to get out in it and do some things. So y'all have a great day, and I will talk to y'all tomorrow.